Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the South Main Auto Channel. It's time for another What's Up Wednesday. And I'll have you know, I had the AC/DC cranking out here, air drumming like a banshee, and then the little timer goes off and says it's time for What's Up Wednesday. So that's what I'm missing. I will take a moment here and make sure everything's coming across loud and clear before we carry on with our spiel, whatever it may entail today, tonight, this evening, or this afternoon, or late evening for whoever's watching. Do I mean the GM bashing channel? That's right. That's the one I'm doing. That's stirring the pot, because that's what we like to do. Loud and clear, it says, all the way up in Vancouver, BC, Canada. All right, good. So it sounds like we're louse and clear, according to Glenn. I don't know where to begin. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. My stress level right now is on about a 9.5, and it only goes to 10 before I have a mental breakdown. We've been kind of, I don't want to say coasting along, but I've only been about a week out, which is incredibly slow for me, in our scheduling and stuff. And most things have been pretty easy, pretty cut and dry, services, money lights, things of that nature. And then today, the phone, it went like that, exploded all freaking day. Ring, 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 ring. I just wanted to throw the mother lover right out into the street, but I didn't. So now I'm 2.5 weeks behind booking friggin' middle of April or something. I'm trying not to be ungrateful or complain, but it does get a little overwhelming. I had cars towed in today. Technically speaking, I should not be doing What's Up Wednesday. I should be pulling an all-nighter and getting caught back up, but I'm not. Those two bays are full. I got cars parked out into the street. What are you going to do? Keep on trucking. That's what we're going to do. We got to keep our cool. We got to not explode, even though you want to deep down inside. Before anybody asks, it is the Big Butt Cup. That's, I guess this is going to be the official cup of What's Up Wednesday. But inside, I am drinking some of my favorite coffee, some Silencer Smooth, which was sent to me by a viewer who knows that I have a Keurig here, and evidently the Black Rifle Coffee Company makes K-Cups. Now, don't get on a big tangent and get, kind of, people get wound up when you say K-Cup, because you can't say that anymore, because it fills the landfill, man. It likely does. And here they are from the Black Rifle Coffee Company, Silencer Smooth in K-Cup edition. Oh, what? I can stay nuked all day. So I'm happy about that. We will get to that because that is part of the mail call, the What's Up Wednesday mail call. But at this point, I need to simmer. I need to woosah, get to my happy place. The shop's a freaking nightmare. There's piles of tires. Fortunately, all the jobs have been going well, so I guess I can't complain about that. I'm not really complaining. All right, here we go. I think you guys just want, I think we have a bigger mail call than normal in the sense of letters, written letters. So I think we will get right into that. We'll zip down through them. I am completely disorganized at this point. If I miss something that you sent, I apologize right now. I'm just going to take and say it. I apologize. I'm completely unorganized. Usually throughout the week as fan mail shows up, I try to organize it in a box, keep it set aside, because, like in this case, somebody sent some stuff that had to be put in the refrigerator, so I try to write it down, so I don't forget. If I forget, I'm sorry, but freaking out on the inside. Justin Underwood, glad you got the package. All right, Justin, we were going to cover that. If I forget you, I'm going to feel like a jerkwad. But let's get started. Oh, this is a good one. Smoking a pancake. Somebody watches Gold. That's some classic Austin Powers stuff there. Smoking a pancake, a bong and blintz, piping a crepe. Ah, gosh, I gotta get this one here real quick. So let's just lay off the super chats. I'll just say that right now. I don't want to see them go by and feel like a jerk. Let's see, Eric. Have you seen someone change the rods and mains on a Cummins ISX 450 big diesel without taking off the cat bolts? This guy just slid the bearings out with a finger and a pick. I can't say I've seen that. To be honest, I've done a lot of in-frames, seen a lot of in-frames, even on the ISX, but I've never seen anybody do it without taking off the cat bolts. So to answer your question, no, I have not. Thank you for your videos, everything you do. Your videos help me a lot. Would love to stop by your shop. I'm from Queens. I was just down by Queens, Manhattan, and I went over the Brooklyn Bridge, the Verrazano, the Goethals, and the GW. So that's my bridge tour when I was down there. Road trip be well worth it. Yeah, so you got a little bit of a drive, plan on about 4.5 hours if you're going to hammer down. But let's get to mail call. I appreciate the super chat, guys. But just keeping on the DL for right now. Let's see. And we will get back to how the trip was. This little box showed up today, actually. And if any of you guys were with us last week, we all remember my girl, April. From April Maples, 800 Acres in a Dream in Vermont. So this is like a deja vu all over again. April's Maple. Should have brought out her business card because my plan worked. So a viewer last week, Chris and Sabrina. I'm pulling that out of my hat. I hope it works. I may be wrong. It was Chris and his girl who does all the mailing and stuff, we determined, had sent me a bunch of April Maple stuff because they know I'm a sugar junkie. And one of my favorite things is maple syrup cotton candy from April's Maple. Give her a call. It's in Vermont. That's VT. That's where she lives. And I don't know. They don't have a website up on here. We'll find it. April's Maple. And when you call her and you put in your order, tell her Eric O told you to call. And last week we talked about having her, if enough people called it, maybe she'd pull up with this big truck full of cotton candy and one of those insulation blowers and just start winging it in here. But she wrote me a note, and she writes, Erico and family, so happy you enjoyed our maple treats from Chris and Sabrina. Well, I could have cheated. I hope you enjoy these just as much. XOXO April. I added the XOXO part. P.S. Sorry I can't send a truck that just sprays out maple cotton candy. Well, April, I think you should invest in one because I'm sure people would line up, especially if you're at the fair. I'd pay $5 to get in a booth and get sprayed with cotton candy. It sounds a little weird, but I would. So she sent me the cotton candy, my fave, April's Maple. And this stuff is like the cream of the crop. Maple cream. I don't want to open it in front of you because I have a tendency to dip my finger in it like a caveman. This stuff is so good. It is hard not to eat this stuff. Tom the Frugal Prepper. Send it in the super chat because I said not to. Oh, and by the way, don't send me a Lambo or a Ferrari. See that? Reverse psychology. And then also April sent these little fellas, which if you guys have never had maple candy, you're missing out and you had a crappy childhood. This stuff, you put it in your mouth and it just melts. I'm actually going to eat one of these in front of you because they are amazing. And not only did she just send that, what? Look at that jumbo package. Getting some glare up in there. The Maple Crazy Critter Edition. 10 ounces of maple candy. Now, this rest of the mail call going to wait. I don't know how to do her fancy packaging, but I got a knife. Oh, it comes. So this better be good maple because this is like, I'm unbaling this right now. If it's not good, I'm going to fake it for your sake. Oh, I just want to rip the top off. Yeah, I hit the jackpot. You're right. This stuff. This is gold. This is pure gold right here. This stuff is made with unicorn breath and angel tears and maple. Oh. So what am I going to eat? I think I'm just going for the owl. It's melting. Oh, I can feel it. It's going through my veins. Oh. I'm serious. If you guys go buy anything, and she's not a sponsor for the SMA What's Up Wednesdays. However, April, you can be if you're watching this and you want to sponsor us every week, feel free. If you guys buy anything, and let's say I don't even know what this stuff costs, it's worth probably $10,000 per candy, which is so freaking good. If you buy anything from this lady, at least get a little, the maple candy. You will not regret it. Oh, I just want to go plant some maple trees in my yard, full-grown ones, of course, and just start boiling sap. All right, it's time to move on. April, thank you for your kind gift. Guys, be sure to check her out. She's not a YouTuber, but she does make some of the gold. This is good stuff. I just want to eat more of them, but I know I'll be just tweaking if I do. Oh, man. That stuff is so freaking amazing. And then moving on, this showed up in the mail. Big box. And this came from the jerky place. And Wellston, MI. So what's that? Michigan, Mississippi, Minnesota. Minnesota. Got any Minnesota people here? I don't know where MI is because I don't know my abbreviations. Seems like I would living in the US of A. But it came from the jerky place. Reminds me of the jerky voice. Listen here, jerky. Chisel chest. And I did not see a note in it. So if somebody sent it Michigan, it's from Michigan. Hopefully, whoever it is, I didn't miss it because all was in here is like, what they show or what they sell. Order online at the DublinStore.com. So that's that. Hopefully you guys can see that. Focus. But that's where it's from. They got wild game, beef, turkey, pork, chicken, summer sausage, jerky sticks, jerky pricing. I guess you can't sell jerky pricing. No MSGs, gluten-free. Wow. They must have known I was on a diet. So I pretty much tell people I eat gluten-free sometimes. Crazy Critters. Brian wrote Crazy Critters is $18. Brian, it should be worth $1,800. Okay. I'm not going to lie. If you guys are here, I'd share them with you. No, I wouldn't, but I might. No, I wouldn't. So in the jerky store box, whoever sent it, thank you. Comes out, of course, boom, jerky. And it says right on the box, attention, please refrigerate and or freeze product upon delivery. That's what the little polar bear says. Let me see. Whoops, I lost you. Hold on. And in there, so these are frozen, so I can't even try this because they sent me one called Hellfire. I opened the box and I could feel the heat. Hellfire. I don't know if I dare eat this stuff. This one's froze right now because Mrs. O stuck it in the freezer on me. And then they also sent one barbecue beef jerky. Barbecue flavored, I'm assuming. That's right. Last week he called me the spicy Italian. Oh, there it is. There's a card. There's a business card. Oh, it's not a business card. It's a magnet. So there's, like I said, I have no idea who sent it. The jerky place. Oh yeah, it's Michigan. Look, it's the shape of the hand. That's what people from Michigan are always like, oh yeah, Michigan there. Like right up here. I don't know if that's how Michigan people talk, but they're always representing with the hand shape because, it looks like a hand. I don't know what New York people do. Can we really make this state with our hand? There's Long Island. So we got some Hellfire barbecue jerky, and then the big bag, in which I've already opened. Of course, I'm going to open that one first. Maple beef. There's an idea for you, April's maple. I'd eat it in front of you, but it's chewy, and I'll be like that the whole time, looking rude. It's pretty freaking yummy. I'll just eat a little because you guys like to watch me eat because you have weird fetishes. I didn't sound good. Okay, so good. Okay, so it does have sodium nitrite in it. So that's going to be the preservative. Salt, garlic powder, good stuff, smoke flavoring, maple flavoring, pure maple syrup, which you can tell by the bag because it's kind of got the goo. All right, hang on. I might put that back in the fridge. So this week I'm not the spicy Italian. You can call me maple beef. So whoever sent this, thanks, because that's really cool. I love my jerky. Goes good with coffee. Is there any beef in the ingredients? I don't know, Glenn. Who cares? If it tastes good, make the stuff out of tofu. Ah, good stuff. And you get a free magnet. Stick that right on my box. I'll stick that extra piece on an oily rag so I can eat it later. Let me set this down. We don't want to double dip into the goodness here. And then we've got, oh, right here. So this is, wow, there's 1,000 of you guys up in this joint. This was sent to me by Mr. Gary A. He's representing with the Krispy Kreme Jelly Bean Edition. Jelly Bellies. I did not even know they made these. Talk about finding a little slice of heaven. I haven't opened them yet because I wanted to do the unveiling here. Let's see. And he writes, Dear Eric, here's a very small token of appreciation for all the efforts you put into your videos. I really got hooked on your videos after I bought a small TV and could watch YouTube on it a little over 2 years ago. I retired a little over a year ago and watched you and a few others, mostly auto-related, while working out, pumping the iron, on the treadmill and stationary bike most every morning. It makes working out a lot less boring, and I get a few good laughs every now and then. While the enclosed jelly beans may not be as good as Krispy Kreme donuts, they won't go stale before you get a chance to consume them. Make sure you share a few with your wife, as she reminds me of my wife, kind of sassy and just plain fun. That's how I explain this, though. People are like, how's your wife? Sassy and fun. Wishing you and your family a wonderful Easter. Take care. Enjoy some family time. Yours truly, Gary A., a.k.a. Bad Wrench. All right, Gary, thanks for the Jelly Belly jelly beans in Krispy Kreme flavor. Oh, everybody behave. Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking and Homestead is up in here and has the blue wrench, and we'll throw the hammer down if you get me. So I'm going to pop these little babies out. Now, speaking of Jelly Belly jelly beans, have you guys... Oh, shit! Oh, man, a couple bad things just happened right there. First bad thing is I said a naughty word on the YouTube. And then the other naughty bad thing is that some of these got mixed up. Son of a monkey. It's pretty crappy packaging, Jelly Belly. You should make them gorilla proof. So now I got to sort these out. I'll just eat them. Oh, that's freaking amazing. That was so apple cinnamon. They do such a good job with Jelly Belly. I didn't lose them all, but they did get kind of... I just feel like I should ban myself. I just swear. There's a couple on the floor. It's been less than 5 seconds. So we'll pick those right up. Just assume I mopped and sterilized. Oh, wow, it's a pink. Oh, that is strawberry. You just got to envision that donut in your mouth, or a little gummy. That is so good. The people at Jelly Belly are amazing. To be able to take the donut and harness all of its goodness into a donut pill. You can just wake up in the morning and be like, man, I can eat my vitamins or I could eat a Jelly Belly. That's a hard decision. Oh, man, they're so good. The apple cinnamon ones are fantastic. And they got to be better for you because a donut, if you think about it, a donut's like this big. What are these? These are like the size of a vitamin. You could eat like 1,000 of them. Wow, I'm going to be careful with these. That was a blueberry glaze that I just ate. Oh, that is so good. What I was getting at when we were talking about the Jelly Belly jelly beans was, have you guys played Bamboozled? Is it Bamboozled? You know, the jelly beans that you get, you kind of play Russian roulette with, and they taste like skunk and toothpaste and diapers and wet wipes and puke and fish. If you haven't, Google that. Jelly Belly, like nasty Jelly Belly jelly beans. They're a great gift to give to somebody, and you just don't tell them. They got dog food. I can't remember what I was like. My kids have the game, and they look just like the regular Jelly Bellies. So you put them out on a table, you flick the spinner. You got to take like the brown one. It could taste like a turd, or it could taste like chocolate. So it's a fun game. Bean Boozled, I think it is. Oh, stuck in my teeth. Yeah, dumpster juice. That's a great flavor for the Jelly Belly. Let's keep on trucking. Let's see. Where are we at? This one comes from a David D from TN. I assume that's Tennessee. Yeehaw. Now some of these I have not pre-read. Let's see. Dear Eric, and he writes, Dear Eric, really enjoy your channel. You are one of the best automotive mechanic technicians I've seen. You need to get out more, Dave. I'll tell you that right now. Your process of diagnosing and troubleshooting is very, very good. I'm a mechanical engineer for Melee in the US, or Melee in Germany, which is a tier 1 automotive heavy-duty diesel OEM, aftermarket, and motorport supplier. If you ever give up the gig, I'd be happy to have you as a technician for troubleshooting production things. The skills that make you so good transfer to just about any trade where that is a valuable skill. Pretty much got a job offer, folks. And I'm familiar with Melee because I just got a set of Melee exhaust manifold gaskets out here. At least I'm pretty sure it's what brand they are. Hold the phone. So this is the company that he works for, M-A-H-L-E. Got him for a Toyota that I'm working on. So I'm like representing this guy and got the letter. So that's pretty good. Just think. Wow. Hopefully it's the same company. Let's see. I love the What's Up Wednesdays and Mail Call, one of the best features on your channel. I also appreciate that you involve Mrs. O and the kids in the channel. The way you two interact is priceless. And fix her timing belt with an exclamation point. Anyways, thought I would send you a Melee shirt courtesy of Heather in our marketing department. Sorry, but it's a polo without a pocket. And I went with double XL. Holy crap biscuit. Size is hard to judge from a video. Hopefully you like it and can wear it. XOXO David D. He didn't do XOXO, but. Oh, I got Astro Tools up in here. So here it is. My Melee shirt. Maybe I can wear it when I'm putting on this gasket. Do a video, be like, yeah, not a sponsor. Oh, it's Mrs. O. Hello? What's up? I'm talking to the people right now, yes. There's... Yeah, go ahead. Hold the phone. Oh, wait. Yep, go ahead. Okay. Oh my gosh. Baby teeth? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Pick them up at 8. At Awana. Come on. All right. All right. All right. Yep, no problem. Yep, love you. Yeah, bye. All right. Don't let me forget to pick up my kids. Feel like a jerkwad. Here is back to the What's Up Wednesday. Oh, wow. This is light and fluffy. It's an XL. We already have a problem, Dave. So there's my shirt without a pocket. It is polo, but here's the problem. I need to come in there, obviously, and straighten this place up, Dave. He went with a double XL, and he told Heather in his marketing department to send it. Heather, you sent an XL, which is still a little on the big side. I wear a large, but that's okay. But David, you may want to go talk with Heather and let her know that we have it documented that she did not follow direct orders. That's okay. It's okay, Heather. We forgive you. I'll have Mrs. O shrink that baby down for me, or I'll just keep indulging in all this sugary goodness, and we'll be fitting into that in no time. Oh, you would actually hire me. That's a compliment. I think that's pretty cool. Never had anybody offer me a job or say that I would be even good at their job or good, forget about it. Oh, let me disobey direct orders. Dr. Sand, we'll get right back to the super chat here in a minute, guys. I have a 96 Exploder that runs great, but when the engine is warm and it's warm outside, it'll struggle to start or will not start at all. Cold outside, I have no issues. Not in a thinking mood right now, Dr. Sand, but I will give it my best. What I would do is I would drive it in the conditions in which it doesn't start and then figure out why it doesn't start at that point. Is the fuel boiling in the rail, and all of a sudden you have 50 pounds of air pressure because the fuel's boiled out. Is it losing spark, injector pulse? That would be the area in which I'd start. Beyond that, I don't know of anything, right offhand as far as pattern failures, because I don't see too many old Explorers. It doesn't have, once it gets hot, the coolant sensor skewed. Yeah, I guess I would just go with, with my original assessment, create the condition, create the no start, and then just diagnose it from there. So that would be my best advice. As cheesy as it sounds, that's exactly how I'd approach it. Just did a Malibu this morning. It was runs poorly when it starts when it's cold. So instead of guessing, loading the parts cannon, said people leave the car overnight, had it fixed in 5 minutes. Just had to recreate the symptoms and then diagnose it from there. So that would be my best advice. Oh, we got another one here. This is from Kyle M. from Houma, LA. What's that, Louisiana? Is that Louisiana? That's Louisiana. I'm pretty sure. And he writes, Mr. Eric O. Wow, Mr. You can just call me Eric O. I've been watching your videos you put out for some time now, and I want to simply say thank you. You have a great diagnostic method, and that combined with your personality and love for the work make them a real joy to watch. Seeing you document both your success efforts and your mistakes makes your efforts a real learning tool for myself and I'm sure many others. I ain't perfect, so I'm going to show my mess ups, which we all have. Anytime I've had a real pisser of a day and I see a new SMA video posted, everything starts to get better. On the last What's Up Wednesday, I noticed you throwing some killer gang signs and busting some sweet rap lyrics, so I thought you needed one of these while you're representing. Keep up the good work. Hopefully you will be doing it long into your OG years. If you don't already have a LA license plate in your collection, holla at me. Take care, Kyle in Louisiana. He saw us throwing gang signs up in here. So let's see what he sent. He did send us a t-shirt. In a large, so it's going to fit. Oh, we're going to be straight up throwing gang signs with this. I'm straight out of SMA. Oh, I got to love it. That's fantastic. Wait a minute. I'm not going to show my t-shirt folding skills. Mrs. O might be watching. And as far as she knows, I can't even run a washing machine. Oh, and to answer your question, Kyle, I do not have an LA license plate. That's awesome. Straight out of SMA. Oh, I gotta love it. You guys come up with some funny stuff. And then I got a package here. This is the helmet bag, because I'm assuming this guy works at a place that sells helmets. And he did. Did I get a note? I did not get a note with this, I remember, because I opened it up. But it came from St. John's Power Sports, a guy named Chuck. My name's Chuck. All the way down in FL, we all know that's Florida. Chuck D, he's the sales manager there. And he sent me some Yamaha swag, Yamaha beer koozies. A can of the extremely poisonous red brake clean from Napper. Sends me that little guy. Taped the lid on. That was good of him. He sent me some extra reservoir. Well, actually, these are balloons. He sent me some balloons. And lots of balloons, lots of koozies, Polaris coffee mug. Sweet. So thank you, Mr. Chuck D, for sending the stuff. I'll be passing the balloons on to the chillins. I'll be putting the beer cozies to good use this summer, I'm sure. And the poisonous brake cleaner, we'll use it for sure, because I've been using some that the other viewer sent me. Wow. I'm going to tell you guys what, if you use this, you're savage. I like the smell of a lot of chemical-y things. I'm not a junkie. I don't do no huffing or whatever they call it. But this stuff is poison. I mean, just pure poison. The smell is so rancid that comes off from it. It's unbelievable. And it doesn't dry well. Like, so I'm used to the, non-chlorinated, the good stuff, the Advanced Auto, CarQuest, I guess it is now. Who knows who owns who? This stuff. You spray it on, it dries. Doesn't smell too bad. Puts you in your happy place. I spray the red stuff. I'm like, what day is it? I'm not kidding, man. This stuff is no joke. It doesn't dry very well. It does, however, have better grease cleaning capabilities. It sticks around. You can work it, So I think if I was a DIY home user, didn't have a parts washer, that's the stuff to go with. You hit it with a blow nozzle, it dries. But, it's poison. I don't know what, the chlorinated, non-chlorinated, that stuff smells like you're going to die before you get through a case. So think about it. Let's see here. Now, this one came in a bigger box. Hey, Eric, I love your videos. I'm a new subscriber and probably watch most of your videos. I especially respect the openness and honesty you have portrayed since day one. I wanted to send you a few things that you might enjoy. One of the things my dogs enjoyed that he sent, which I did not bring out here, is a 10-pound box of milk bones. This is the jumbo box, like mega jumbo. Chloe comes in every morning just wound up because I give her like 5 or 6 of them. So that keeps her kind of simmered down in the morning. So the dogs, thank you. I didn't bring them out to show you because it's like a freaking huge box. It's massive. he also sent these little fellows, which I assume that he feels that these are good. Now, these are Milwaukee, what do they call them? The Torch. The Torch. Sawzall blades, and they are 18 teeth per inch and 9 inches long. I won't say anything funny about that. I've always used, now I'm feeling like an idiot. I was going to tell you what brand Sawzall blades I use. I have some DeWalt ones, but if I go to the store to buy some, it'll come to me. There's a certain brand that I buy. So I will try these out in my new Sawzall, which I just purchased because I loaned my other one out and never got it back. So thank you for these. Fantastic choice. And he is the gift giver of the Black Rifle Coffee Company Silencer Smooth K-Cups, which are totally awesome. Tells he's a viewer and he knows my favorite coffee brand. Oh, you know what? I didn't even get a name. Don't have a name. Oh, Justin, you. So thank you, Justin, for these kind gifts and for sending me my favorite coffee. I just feel like I should go cut something with them Sawzall blades. I keep sneaking pieces of this jerky. How's things going over here in the chat? 1,400 of you shenanigans in here, and I don't see anybody getting banned. Or not banned, but, you know, timeout. I got to take a break, get some coffee. Oh, it's starting to get cold. Oh, yeah. Don't put no ice cream in the mail. You know what? I did have a viewer mail me some ice cream. He mailed me some ice cream Lennox blades are what I buy. Bam! Thank you for reminding me. I did have a viewer mail me some ice cream sandwiches, freeze dried. Like the guys up in the space shuttle. That's what they're eating right now. Like, oh, an ice cream cone. Eating them. Who was it? It was Wyatt One Able from the Wyatt One Able channel. He sent me those. I'm 99% certain of it because that's the only like ice cream I've ever gotten in the mail. Oh man, he says I get muted and read the text. Yep. Uh-oh. So it looks like everything's going good over here. So let's keep on trucking. Here's another one. It comes off the Amazon. I saved the thank you notes. Eric and Mrs. O, thank you for all the great videos. They have brought many hours of entertainment and have guided me through many repairs. Thank you, and God bless you guys. And this is from no name. I have to go click on the QR code, send a thank you note. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not missing the name. I don't see it on all the stuff that comes on to Amazon. However, this feller went all silly to Beantown Roasters and sent the 96 pack of K-Cups. You guys are really going to be hating me now. And it has a whole host of different flavors, which I've been indulging in. We got Uptown Blend, Midtown Blend, Downtown Blend, Gang Sign, cookie, chocolate chip cookie dough, vanilla bean, hazelnut, French roast, bed and breakfast for your morning, 100% Colombian. That's some good stuff. I think the Colombians are illegal in New York. This one's called Downtown Donut Shop. Lots of different goodness up in here. Wish I had a name. I don't, but if you're watching, thank you for that. Oh, there's Justin Yu. And he writes, I've had success with Milwaukee. Saw yours were dull when you fixed Hannah's exhaust. Oh, okay, gotcha. When the thunder's going on over here, man, everything's booting up. You guys still with me? There's a Yeti cup coming to solve the cold coffee problem. Ah, well, sweet. Well, thanks, Justin. Let me see here. Somebody just sent me a Google Hangouts. Let's see. Oh, am I missing it? People are asking every 10 seconds like clockwork if I'm getting ready for turkey hunting. Well, duh. It's coming right up around the corner. We got approximately a month and a week to go. Gobble, gobble. Go out and smoke us a big time or two. Oh, let's see. I think that is it. That is it for the big packages, folks. Bear with me. A Yeti cup? You know, I've never had a Yeti cup. However, ADE did the review on it. So what I've done, see, I've been evolving as the wise chats, as the What's Up Wednesdays progress. And today I feel fully prepared, except for being completely out of my mind because of the work I have to do. So today I'm like, boom, shut off the phone, shut off the air compressor, lock the doors, computers off, modem plugged in. I got all that stuff. I'm like, check, 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 boom. 1 cup of coffee ran out last week, prepped, got me a double whammy for this week. So I'm feeling good about it. Pretty soon we'll have this, we'll have it now. We'll get it figured out. Beef jerky is so awesome. It gives you nasty burps. And you don't want to be eating it if you're going to a makeout party. Oh, it's my tablet. It keeps bleeping at the, it just went through an update. This is from Travis P. Let's see, need to change out the CV axle on my Elantra, but I don't want to mess up the alignment. Any thoughts? You shouldn't mess up the alignment if you just unhook the ball joint. I mean, that's what I do. If you unhook the strut and it's, unhook the strut from the knuckle and it has cam bolts in it, now you screwed the pooch on that. You got to, now you have to have alignment. But if you just unhook the ball joint, you should be safe. Oh, let's see. This is from time for a special guest today. Oh, I don't know about that, Keith, today. I'm not in my right frame of mind. I'll just be 100% honest with you. We'll talk about it, though, and possibly next week we can do like a mail-in thing. Or not a mail-in. See, I can't even think. The Google Hangout spiel or phone in, because I got thinking, and I've been thinking about this. I've got an extra phone line out here I don't use with my internet. In order for me to get the good deal on the higher speed internet, you have to buy the phone modem and TV and all this crap, which I don't use any of it. So there's a phone modem hanging out there right now that's never had a phone plugged into it. So maybe we can use that for just a viewer special call in. It'd be like calling Rosie O'Donnell or whoever people call Dr. Phil. All right, let's get back to mail call. Travis P., who lives in TN, Tennessee. Eric and Vanessa. Oh, no, I don't remember proofreading these, so I hope he doesn't start mother loving me through this thing. Hey, guys, hope all is well. I have a gift in mind for you guys, and I want to have it engraved. The engraver says they need the logo in black and white, JPEG or PDF. Is it possible to email me the SMA logo at xoxoxo@gmail.com? If you prefer, I'll have your names only without the SMA logo. Let me know. Also, my wife. Oh, okay. So you want some of that? So I'll get that to you. If that's what you desire. Also, my wife makes the best homemade apple pies and best apple butter on the planet. That's a pretty big statement, Travis. Let's see. Where are we? The apples come from my dad's backyard. She cans apple pies and apple butter. We give away lots of them to friends and family, and all you have to do is put the pie filling in the pie crust and bake it. We are clean Christian people. These were made in a clean kitchen with clean hands, pre-cooked. Oh, man, he knows what I'm thinking already. See, this guy's getting into my mind. However, if you're freaked out about eating something homemade from strange people, I understand and will not be offended. Let me know. Furthermore, I won't be offended if you choose not to read this on What's Up Wednesday. Mail call and attempt to not encourage other weirdos to send homemade cooking. Haha. Thank you for the videos. They have been a tremendous help to us. We appreciate what you have done and are doing. We really enjoy the videos. God bless you and your family and your business. Travis and Dana P. from Tennessee. Oh, that's awesome. I will be in contact with you Travis, and who knows, guys, maybe next week we will be eating a homemade apple pie from Tennessee from his Pepe's backyard. I ain't scared. Just, you can eat anything if you boil it. But that's so what I think, you know, because people come here, and of course, you know, we got a lot of Amish folks because we're like in redneck central. So the Amish people, everybody that comes here and thinks it's a novelty, they're like, oh, we got a pie from the Amish. Do you want some? I'm like, no way. Are you kidding me? They don't have running water, all right? So I'm not trying to talk bad about the Amish people. They're great people. They're really nice. But, you know, when you go drop a doozy and then you got to come back in and cook the cake, you know what I'm saying? All right. That's just my thoughts. A couple more, and we're gonna get it. Chewing up this beef jerky. Bear with me. I'm gonna read some comments for right now. Oops, I lost my picture. There we go. Let's see. All right. Whoa. There's no note in this one. This fella sends a check. This is SMA. This is from Edward. There's a lot of names on here. We'll just say Edward O. Sweet last name, starts with an O. That's how you know he's a good guy. And it says for Mrs. O Trinity in video support. So I think he wants us to take the check and divvy it into thirds. But as soon as Mrs. O sees it, it'll get divvied into one. Right into her bank account. Thank you, Edward, for your kind donation here. We do appreciate that for sure and for certain. I'll make sure that Mrs. O and Miss Trinity do see this. And he is all the way out in Seattle, WA. And that's Washington, in case you guys didn't know. So appreciate that, sir. This one comes from Heister Man. I don't know if that's his last name. We'll call him HJ, and he's from KS. I believe that is Kansas. Definitely not Kentucky. Whoa. Oh, this is a big one. And he writes, Eric, I want to thank you for the time that you put into making YouTube videos. I first watched your case study on the P0014 2 years ago. Wow, has it been that long since we've been on the YouTube? I had a GMC Canyon that was suffering from this condition. Just before I pulled the trigger and turned into the engine to replace the timing chain, I decided to run a Google search, and that's when I found SMA. I'm also glad I watched the first video. You saved me a lot of time and broken hearts. Recently, I had a coworker experience the ignition switch dropping out while driving down the road on his 01 Chevrolet Trailblazer. I told him that I had a 96 S10 that would do it back in the day. You could smack on the bottom of the steering column and the truck would stop running. That's a handy feature GM put on those. And they still do it today, so don't get too excited. Right up until about 07. After the body style change, you didn't see it as much, but pretty common. Let's see. I tried the smack test the other day on his Blazer, and it just kept on running. Totally proved me wrong. I watched your video on that, Jimmy, that hadn't run in a while, and you reconfirmed my suspicions of the ignition switch. This Blazer is acting up for me. Showed its ugly head one 5-degree morning. It would crank and fire for a split second. Then when I let the key off, just exactly what you show that Jimmy was doing in the first part of your video. My coworker is a young guy with no mechanical aptitude, so he thinks the car is a junker. He just wants to get rid of it. I want to fix it, but don't want to replace any parts till the thing finally stops operating. It's far from a junker. It's a rust-free with only 80K on it. I don't even know those words, rust-free. I've been in the automotive industry for 20 years now. I was first introduced to non-chlorinated brake clean in 1997. I use it for everything now, just like you. My other favorite can of magic is ZEP 45. I'm not a highly skilled technician such as yourself. I attended WyoTech in 2000 for upholstery and custom sheet metal fab. I do, however, dabble in the auto repair and metal fabrication. I really enjoy small engine repair. It just doesn't pay enough to sustain a livelihood on. So it is just a side venture to my day job. I bought a restored Farmall Super MTA. That means torque amplifier for you non-Farmall people. In 2015, for the opportunity to upsell it on the internet. I saw your video of your H and made me think, wow, this guy's similar to myself. That's doing my best Jordan impersonation I can do. I just want to let you know that you have a thankful friend in Leavenworth, Kansas. Keep up the good work, and I'll continue to help others out here with your help. All right, JH, or I think we called you HJ in the beginning. Appreciate your letter. Thank you. Love the stories. I love letters. I love that. It's not a love letter, but I like getting letters because I like reading them. It adds a personal vibe, a personal touch, we'll call it. And don't call me a technician. I'm a mechanic. Jaren's over in the comments stirring the pot. Let's see. This one comes from a Jeff G from CA. That's Cali. They got their own gang sign. It's this way. Think. Oh. Got old Abe up in here. What's Abe for? Let's see. Let's see. It's got 01 Sienna, XLE, a bunch of EVAP codes in it. Go figure. I replaced Toyota parts, paper switching valve, charcoal canister, junkyard canister. Let's see. Tesla multimeter. Any thoughts? Find some ice cream money. This is more of a technical question, which I will get to. I will get back to you on this, Jeff. 100% for sure. You got your email up on here. Crap, I should have pre-read this so I was more prepared. What I will do, I have your address. What I will do, Jeff, there are some fantastic resources that I know of, some great videos that will help you diagnose your Toyota EVAP system. Now, it looks like you've shot some parts at it for sure. Let's see. However, you need to be able to fix it. Wells BE, so Mike Becker over there at Wells does a fantastic job on the Toyota. So this is going to be an intrusive EVAP system was what they refer to this one as. Right? Intrusive. Yeah. 01, more than likely. He does a great job on breaking this system down. And that is where I would recommend sending you so you can, run through the tests on this to see what's going on. There's another video. I believe I have it in my saved folder. It was a guy who doesn't even run an automotive channel, but did a bang out job breaking this system down so you can see, what portion of the test is working, how it separates, the canister side from the tank side, with the vapor switching valves. It's a little too complicated for me to explain over the What's Up Wednesday. However, I will certainly get back to you on this with the links to those. And then he wrote a PS down here at the bottom. My late father was a junior college auto shop instructor in the 50s and 60s. So I have some automotive knowledge and skills. That is the good news. The bad news is he taught at Compton College. So I grew up in South Central, flashes gang sign. This guy's straight out of Compton's. All right, Jeff, I've got to set this to the side. Make sure that I make a diligent effort to get back to you with what I think will be your help. And I will. I got to set this somewhere so it doesn't get mixed up in the bunch. This one is from Jeff G. Is that the same bro? That is. Same guy, another letter. This one's directed to Mrs. O. She's not here right now. I'm going to read her mouth. Big fan. That's his letter. That's awesome. Thanks, Jeff G, for the giggle. And what's this? This one is I don't think it's supposed to be up on my What's Up Wednesday. South Main Talk Video Network, Switchboard, YouTube Live. Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be in there. You get all these network things. People want you to join on with their multi-channel network stuff. Take control of your YouTube channel, steal all your money, and ruin your life. So don't join a multi-channel network. Just do YouTube. Keep on doing your thing. It's over, man. I feel relieved. Right? I got to take care of that. Okay. I don't want to stress out in front of you guys. You guys have faith in me. You put me up on some kind of silly pedestal that I don't belong on. I'm human. Thank you all for the kind gifts that were sent, making What's Up Wednesday possible and slightly more entertaining. Probably a lot more entertaining. It's definitely kind of takes me away from the stress of knowing what's sitting out there and what's to come in the next few weeks, months, years. Bag of cookies from last week, Maui cookies, macadamia nut style, all the way from Hawaii. And I need one. I need a cookie. I should eat some more of that beef jerky, but it takes too long. Yeah, you know. Oh, kids. Oh, it's only 7. Got to get them by 8. Yeah, you put me up on the AV cart. This is what it is. I think they should sell AV carts on the tool truck because I have bought tool carts. One sits over there in that corner. The other one sits under the bench. I use my AV cart. They're totally awesome. If that thing breaks, I'm getting another one. The other one I had here, Josh took it to college with him. So, all right. Oh, time to simmer down. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for all your mail, your gifts. April's maple. Don't forget about her. The Keurig cake cups from the Black Rifle Coffee Company, Sawzall blades and the such, and t-shirts. And I guess that's it. So we'll see what's going on over here in the chat box. How come I don't do a Mac tool truck tour? So my Snap-on guy, he's pretty friendly. Likes to talk. Doesn't feel embarrassed in front of the camera. My Mac guy is kind of an older guy, kind of old school, not real up on the whole internet thing. So I may just look like a wacko. Oh, April is their daughter. Okay. Well, April, tell your mom. I don't know. Maybe April's the one that met. Now I'm confused. But, you know, like I was saying, you got me all confused, all mixed up here. My Mac guy, that's what we're talking about. Jeez. I shouldn't be speaking to you folks right now. Wait, what cookie package? These are from last week, son. You should have been watching. Maui cookies from the island. But my Mac tool guy is kind of an older dude, so might just be kind of weird if I go out there and start, you know, doing camera stuff. Man, this coffee's getting cold. Hear that? Crack open a new one. I can't drink them out of like these sippy cups. This is kind of a cheap one, the little lid. It flicks down on you just when you think you're getting coffee, and then next thing you know, it's running down your chin. There, refill. Oh, that's a cheap cup. Didn't even hardly keep it warm. Not like my Yeti, which I don't have yet, but we're going to assume it's going to be good. Do I like Mac over Snap-on or any variations as such? It depends on what I'm buying. I like Mac toolboxes, but I also like Snap-on toolboxes. I also haven't bought a toolbox in 15 years. Mrs. O bought me this one, this Mac one here, used. I have a tendency to not buy brand new toolboxes because, first of all, a brand new toolbox, they charge such a stupid amount of money for what they are. You know, you go, I mean, they have toolboxes. Most of them now are 5 digits. You know, like how much is that box? Oh, it's 13,000. Like freaking dollars. All it's doing is holding my dang tools. So you go on Craigslist, you find some guy who's, you know, just got a DWI and a divorce, and now he's got to sell his box. Boom, get it. So that's what I do. And then, you know, he's selling it for a cutthroat rate because, you know, he's got to pay a lawyer or whatever. He doesn't want his wife to end up with it. That's how I've bought a lot of stuff. Let's see. Trans fan 2005, and he writes, just wanted to add to your verbal tool chest. A friend and I were heavy vehicle mechanics in the Army Reserve and used the saying often, if we can't fix it, no one else will. I mean, that's the truth. That's the way it is here. Yes, sir. If we can't fix it, no one else will. That's what I always say. Like at the end of the day when I go home, that junker's still going to be on the lift when I get here in the morning. And I'll give you guys a fair warning. Just please lay off the super chats tonight. I don't feel like thinking. Jared 07, Buick Lucerne with a classic P0411 air pump, insufficient flow. Jumped pump to battery. Okay, checked hoses, clear code, checked pump. To run engine code, any of these common failures? Yes, yes, and yes, that is a super common failure on the Buick. That should have an electronic check valve with the pressure sensor built right into it. They're kind of spendy. They get full of water and they seize up. They just don't open. So you'll follow your hose up the back of the engine where it hooks to, you know, what's going to the manifold converters. I can't remember the exhaust pipe configuration on those. The check valve fails like repeatedly. So typically on those, I'll command them with a scan tool. You command just the pump on, then you can, you know, monitor the pressure, and then you command the valve open and the pump on, and then monitor the pressure. Because sometimes the pressure sensor fails, other times it's just the valve. That one's old enough. I don't know if that one has a pressure sensor in it, but it certainly has a check valve, and that's the most common failure portion of them. Don't load up the parts can based off my, you know, after hours sugar high suggestion, but that's pretty failure prone. Wow. I forget where we were at prior to that, but yeah, get don't buy your toolboxes new. I mean, you can, but that's just my choice. Let's see here. I put out on the Facebook asking people for some What's Up Wednesday topics. Oh, here's a picture of a Toyota. Michael Smith writes, why do you guys lift Toyota pickups and put bigger tires on them when the rear ends are pencil thin? Look smaller than a half-ton rear. Well, that's a good question, Mr. Smith. However, the Toyota, he had a picture of a Tundra, and I'm not just representing because I drive a Tundra, but the Toyota Tundra does have a 10.5-inch ring gear. So if you want to compare this to, let's say, Chevy, because I like to stir the pot, that is going to be equivalent to your Dana 70. So a half-ton Toyota has as big a rear differential as a Dana 70, 10.5-inch ring gear. You get into the Dana 80, so you're talking your big 1-ton Chevys. You know, now you're looking at 11.5-inch ring gear. If you're talking your half-ton Chevys, well, fact of the matter is Toyota has a bigger front differential than GM puts in the rear. So kind of a comparison. Now, it looks smaller because it's a front-loading differential, but indeed, the ring gear is bigger, the axles are bigger, bearings are bigger, the brakes are twice the size. So physical appearance, it may look smaller, but indeed, it's just in the construction of how it's made. Front-loading differential, super strong, huge ring gear for a half-ton. What brand of tie rod would I put on a 14 Malibu? Would you put on a factory GM one or question mark? Either or. I find that the OEMs on those have a tendency to wear out very quickly, as you've probably already discovered, I have not had a problem with Moog. I'll be honest with you. So I use a lot of Moog tie rod ends. Now, outer tie rods, I prefer Moog over the Napa chassis. And well, I can't say that I've ever really warrantied out a Moog one that I've installed, many, many years later. So that's probably what I would go with. As a matter of fact, that is what I would go with if it was in my shop. Oh, who's putting down Kilmer? What'd I miss? I missed something. There's my boy from S&A Auto. What'd I miss, man? You guys are over here having a great conversation. I ain't got a clue what's going on. 2014, it needs tie rods already. That would be right, Anthony. GM front tie rod ends are weak, and they start getting movement, the day you leave the dealership with them. So Kilmer likes Toyotas. It's the only good content the guy puts out. So S&A Auto, I had the privilege of hanging out with this New Yorker when I was down in Terrytown. And he taught me the greatest trick, and I have nailed my kids with it multiple times now, to a point where Trinity's getting a little gun shy. So he taught me this great trick, and I'll teach you guys in case you don't know it, because I feel like such a rookie for not knowing this. And it may sound a little churlish and inappropriate, but we're dudes. There may be a few chicks in here, but if you're too proper, close your ears. And I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know this. So let's say you're sitting around with your buddies, or your kids in my case, and you fart, all right? And it's a nasty one. So what you do is, before the stink gets out too far, you say, "Hey, you guys smell popcorn?" And then everybody comes over and takes a big deep breath, and boom, you got them. I mean, that is like the greatest. I never laughed so freaking hard when he told me that, because I've made it this far. No, I don't, Keith. I'm 100% positive on that. That is the greatest trick I've ever learned. I mean, that is, you guys smell popcorn? Because everybody's going to come over and take like a deep breath, because we all love the smell of popcorn. So this morning I got Trinity good, because I used the popcorn one on her. So I'm like, I just got dressed and stuff. She comes in the bedroom, and of course, it's morning time. So I cut one loose, and she comes over. I'm like, I kind of panic. I'm like, "Do you smell something burning, Trinity?" And she's like, she got a little panicky. She's like, "Where?" I'm like, "Over here. Do you smell something burning?" Comes right over. Boom, deep breath. Totally nailed it. Now she won't even come near me if I want her to smell anything. So I don't know. It's a good trick. Maybe I thought it was too funny, but I think it's a great trick. Let's see. What's my thoughts on replacing gearbox oil? Must be an out-of-towner. A lot of manufacturers say the gearbox is sealed for life. A big fan over the pond in Scotland. It's a Scottish guy, huh? I changed the gearbox oil. I mean, sealed for life or not, if it has a spill and fill option, I'm going to do it. So yeah, I have, the only thing I would suggest is just using OEM fluids. That way you're not mixing up, the detergent base of whatever oil is in it. So that's what I do, like anytime I do all the training services on ones that they tell you not to do, I just use OEM fluid. And that's my thoughts. It may be wrong. You may want to check into that. I am not a professional and do not claim to be. So that's my thoughts. Oh man. Yeah, so that's that. Let's see. Yeah. So don't forget. You guys smell popcorn? Of course, it's funny when a guy from New York says it, because everything they say sounds cool. Two-post or four-post? What's my opinion? I like two-post lift. I mean, I'll work on a four-post. They're nice if you're doing like oil changes and stuff, but then I always feel guilty because I didn't check the ball joints and tie rod ends, because it's just a drive-on rack. If you're just doing like Jiffy Lube stuff and you don't change those parts anyways, I don't know. I like a two-post. That's just plain and simple. I'm a two-poster. So So that's kind of curious, Keith, that you mentioned. I do not have anybody muted, other than what you guys, mute over here. Yeah, I won't forget the kids, Rick. 8 o'clock, can't forget the kids. Yeah, I don't have anybody muted unless they've been muted by a blue wrench. Yeah. Oh, was that Corey? Yeah, it was Eric. And he says he works with you, and he said a lot of bad stuff about you. I don't know, something about the AC guy at work and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was. Funny guy. I won't say anything else. I had a good time down there. So there he is, SNA. He's the guy that came up with the popcorn fart joke. I love that guy. Don't mute me, bro. Yeah, yeah. So Keith asked me a question about a particular YouTuber if I had him muted, and I don't. That I know of. I'm gonna have to go through. I think they have a list where you can look to see your muted people. What else was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah, so it was a good time down in New York City. Went and hung out with Keith for a few days. Didn't get any videos when I was down there. I don't think we ever came across anything real super video worthy. Drove around, drank lots of Dunkin' Donuts. What else did we do? Dunkin' Donuts, lots of Dunkin' Donuts. And then went to the TST seminars, hobnobbed with some of the vendors there to see what's new, what's coming out. Played with some scan tools. About it. Same old, same old. Hung out with Glenn Ozstar. We were up at the Hilton Garden Inn in beautiful downtown Stalin, over on South Ave. That just sounds good. Next to Glen Street. Drove around there. Went to this freaking place, this Italian, dang it, what was the name of that place I went to, Keith, and got the antipasta salad? I can't remember. I can't even say the words. They're not even coming out of my mouth. What was the name of that? What was it? It was Italian something, this little tiny shop. Dude, their stuff was amazing. I mean, amazing. It was good stuff. Anyhow, that's, yeah, anti-pesto sale. There we go. But just unreal. Yeah, it's a good thing that I don't live there because there's so many little shops. Like everywhere you go, you're like, here's a bakery, here's this, here's that, here's Mexican food, here's, Himalayan food, whatever. There's all kinds of food down there. And the thing is, I left there and didn't even eat any pizza, which is kind of odd because I usually go to Brothers Pizza and Mike's Unicorn Diner every time I go there on the Victory Boulevard. I did go to Mike's Unicorn Diner with Glenn and had some breakfast there before we left Sunday to head back home. So that's good. Glenn stopped. He stopped at the bagel shop who sold bagels and condoms. I couldn't figure it out, but evidently it's a need at the bagel shop. So I thought that was kind of odd. We were kind of concerned. True story, though. Whole wall full of them. Personal protection devices and a bagel. I don't know. Antipasto translates to appetizer. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Glenn. Keith says I told him about the bagel shop that was selling rubbers, and he says you went to the wrong bagel shop. And I'm assuming, I didn't want to say anything to you when we were there, but I like to go to bagel shops that don't sell rubbers. I'm just saying. All right. That's why I didn't want to take any of your bagels home with me. I can make a real funny joke right now how they get the hole in the bagel, but I'm not gonna. So we will keep on keeping on and find something else to talk about here. Yeah, see, Glenn, you newbie. You could tell you're not streetwise being down in Staten Island. You probably don't even know the gang sign. Oh, man. Oh, and what is it? Whoa! There goes one coffee cup. At TST seminars, we did all each receive, oh, look at that. You can see me seeing you. The Kindle Fire 7, not Kindle, Amazon Fire 7. They went green this year and put all the TST data on, and these are just advertising fools. They put all the TST stuff, stop it, on Low Fire 7. So we didn't have books anymore. You just go through, get your PDFs. Of course, I came home, extracted all the PDF files off it, saved them for a later date, or so I can print them out and have printed material. Hard restart, logged up in, bought a sweet case with a kickstand. I've already got an Amazon Fire, number 8. This is number 7. But I'll use this here at work. So when I'm like into cars, want wiring diagrams, look stuff up, bin scanner, downloaded the ATG app on it for biometric efficiency. A bunch of my favorite apps. Scan the bin, got it in, order my parts, do some flicking, whatnot, and can look up the weather. So that's what I'm going to do. Just use it here at work. So that was pretty neat. Yeah, the Snap-on guy was there pedaling the Zeus. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Glenn has the same one, Ozstar. He got a pink case for his, but I don't know what that's about. But he does drive a Corvette, so you know what I'm saying? That's what I got. Let me go get the drill bits that I got from there. Hold on. Nobody leave. Here we go. Anybody still here? 1,400 of you lovely people. Yeah, he does wear yoga pants, Helga. We all know that. Glenn has this thing with yoga pants and Corvettes. Whatever, dude. I bought these. They're called, are they going to focus? Rescue bits. Let that baby focus. So there they are, rescue bits. All the way from Wichita, KS. So these are rescue bits. And the idea of the rescue bit is when you completely effed up on a job, we'll say it, because when you do what these bits are designed to fix, you're allowed to swear. So let's say you've got a exhaust manifold in and you're drilling out the bolt, you stick the easy out in there, snap off the easy out. What do? How do you get the broken easy out? How do you get the broken tap out? These little fellas are the answer. These rescue bits. Let's see if I can get this focused. Let me pull out the bigger one. 1/8 inch, 3/16, and 1/4 inch. So this is what they look like. So hopefully you guys can see that. That's what it looks like on that side. That's what it looks like on that side. So the guy had these little guys there, and they ain't cheap. I'll tell you that much. They're quite expensive. However, he had multiple pieces there that he had drilled through. He drilled through a tap. He has drilled through multiple screw extractors. I mean, just holes straight through them. Caterpillar bolts. So any of you guys that work on heavy equipment, you take the bolts out of the head of a cat. You can't drill through them, period. Cobalts, no matter what you have, it just all does is squeak when you try to drill through it. These will drill through drill bits. They're not lifetime warranty. And from my understanding, they don't last forever. They, let's see, you guys want a link. Let's see, let me let that focus. RescueBit.com. Comes with a bunch of instructions. They have YouTube channel on how to use them. You use them at high speed, you run them hot, and you don't lube them, and with light pressure. And they more or less pulverize what you're drilling through. So like I say, I do not, and I could be wrong in this, I don't believe that they're used for drilling out the initial bolt. This is for when you drop the bomb and you drop a bunch of F-bombs because you just screwed up and you broke a tap, or you busted a drill bit off inside the hole, something like that. That's what these are used for. The guy who makes these was there, him and his wife. Pretty cool dude. Farmer. Had quite a southern drawl. and quite the poker face when I was trying to get a rise out of them. So I'm looking forward to using those. No, I'm not looking forward to using those, to be honest with you. However, if something nasty happens, I have them. I hope I don't have to use them, but I have them. So perhaps someday in the future, hopefully not the near future, you will get to see them in action, and we'll try them out. But yeah, that's that. So that's the only tool I bought when I was down there. My 09 Ford Edge coolant does not change in level in the expansion tank. When hot or cold, is this normal? It seems like I'd be familiar with that Ford Edge. I work on a few of them. If you have a standard closed system, let's say you got a radiator that you fill independently with a radiator cap, and you have an expansion tank, and if that expansion tank is staying at a fixed level and you have a radiator with a radiator cap and a tube going between it, then likely your radiator cap is bad. The radiator cap can vent pressure, but then it also has a negative side of the cap that opens. So when the coolant cools down or de-expands, so when it expands, pressure goes out, fills up the overflow jug or the Gauss bottle, whatever you want to call it. But then when it cools down, the negative side of the cap opens, drawing the fluid back into the radiator and not allowing it to introduce any air into the mix. If it's a standard pressurized jug off to the side with only one big pressurized cap on it, it's not uncommon to see them stay at a roundabout fixed level. So I wouldn't get too excited about that. Yeah, so this little pack here, I paid $1.25 for it, $125. Plus I had to get, which they threw in, the 3/16 collet for my little die grinder. I got 1/4 inch, I got 1/8 inch. I don't have 3/16. They threw it in. Show special. Yeah, they're expensive, but when you bust a tap off, what's really the cost? You know, if you've really, you know, screwed up and this saves your bacon, is it worth it? Absolutely. So they're going to sit in my emergency drawer. Yes, they're going to be in the emergency drawer right next to my broken tap extractors. So I try not to do that. What else did I buy? Oh, I bought some of these. These are the Rage Hypodermics Chisel Point 100 grainers. Had a guy in here, he's selling his crossbow, and I gave him $30 for all three. Good deal. It's $10 off. Never been shot, and these are the exact broadheads I shoot. So mechanicals. Rage changed these to the plastic collet. So these are a fantastic broadhead. Taking lots and lots of deer with these. So in case you're wondering, a razor sharp. He was selling the crossbow. Didn't want to. He wanted to know if I wanted to buy them, so I did. What else we got? I guess that's it. Oh, I got this microphone. I haven't tried it out yet. It came with something. Something I bought. This came with it. So it's on a cord. I can plug it in the computer. Have it right here. We'll try it out sometime. I'm running out of things to talk about, so we're going to have to flick back over to the Facebook. Now that the one guy, we already answered his question here. Let's see. Let's see, is that the drawer with the sticker that says, do not open if you value your life? Yeah. Is there any value to the good old Italian tune-up? I guess I'm not familiar of the good old Italian tune-up. Is that kind of like a rev-up tune-up? Yeah, get a wireless mic. Yeah, I should. Turn that mic off in the bathroom. Let's see. Yep, kids. We're still good on the kids. Yeah, so we already talked about the trip a little bit. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. They did have some seminars there. Of course, great food. I had a much better time, just hanging out with, everybody that was there than I did, the seminar itself. Not that it was a bad seminar. It was great. They had some great teaching there. But, you go for the people and, not go down to meet people and be like, oh, I'm great. No, just like the people we get to hang out with, all the guys I get to see when I go down there and learn some cool stuff. And, go around to the shops with Keith and talking to the different shop owners, just seeing how things are done. It's a whole different culture. So it's pretty cool to see. But pulsing in pedal, what the heck does that say? I tried to get that one as it went by. Is that bad rotar or unbalanced rims? If it's pulsing in the pedal, like in the brake pedal, when you step on the brakes, that has nothing to do with your tire balance. So your tire balance is going to give you the shimmy without stepping on your brakes, driving down the road, and you don't have to stir your coffee, and your cheeks are going like this. That's usually wheel balance or something of that nature. But warped brake rotors, can't say warped brake rotors because some brake Nazi will go bananas on you, but what do they say? Brake rotors that aren't parallel. I don't know. Brake rotors that have rotor thickness variation, I think is the technical way to say that, can give you a pulsating push in the pedal. Now, typically, if it's just sitting there thumping on your brake pedal on you, it's usually in the rear. If it's shimmying your steering wheel, it can be in the front. But that's not a tried and true scientific method, but hopefully that helps. Yeah, excessive lateral run out in the rotor face. Yeah, because we can't say warped rotors because I think that's it's not correct. It is, because you and I are all going to say, oh, my rotors are warped. But you say that at some brake seminar, they'll be like, there's no such thing as warped rotors, you jerk. Whatever, dude. That's just what we call it. Whether it's rotor thickness variation, lateral run out, it shakes. Call it what you want. And then, the brake rotor people will be like, well, rotors technically never warp. Potatoes, man. You put new rotors on it and it fixes it. Who cares? All right. You're going to get me all wound up. Old Brandon F's over here stirring the pot. Oh, let's see. What else we got? Have I ever seen a rotor wore down to the coolant fins? You betcha. Shaking like a mother. I got a couple things, shaking like a, but I can't say them on here. They're really funny, but they're inappropriate. So we won't say it. There's Bruce Pierce from, I believe he's downstate too, works on the fire trucks. Let's see. Yeah. So now we started the whole warped rotor thing. So if I talked about warped rotors on a Chevy, that would really get the pot stirring. But we all know Chevys can't go fast enough to warp the rotors. Nah, I won't say that. I'm just kidding, guys. They just rot off the GMs. Did you guys see the pictures I put up on the Facebook? I had that 04 Chevrolet in here that came in because he needed a sticker. If you haven't, you got to go on our Facebook and look at these. This thing was so rotted. I mean, it rotted. It was so rotted, it rotted the brake hose off it. And then the back brakes were rotted, like completely. There's like this big plump of rust in the back. And then like the muffler was like rotted, but there was enough of the muffler there that it still had like the inlet and the outlet pipe, but you can see the whole internals of the muffler. This thing was a toilet. But, lick them and stick them. There you go. You're good for another year. Unless you come here. Then you're not. Yeah, kids, plug your ears. I'm going to go ahead. I can't say that because this is a family-friendly channel. I already swore earlier when I dropped my jelly bellies. So I can't tell you my shaking like a, they're not synonyms, they're sayings. You guys would really like them though, because they're wicked funny. If you're into kind of, they're not even really vulgar, but they're pretty funny. Toyota or Chrysler, is that even a comparison? It's not. We'll forget you even said that. Where is a good website to learn how to use J2534? There isn't one, Carlos. You're best to know somebody. You can go on the NAST NATF website, the National Automotive Service Task Force. Lots of good resources there. Keith does some videos on programming. Sam at Tool Hut USA on the YouTube, he does some videos on programming. It's a science in itself. Lots of variables. I don't think there's any one set way to, go here, these instructions. No, it's going to make you rip your hair out. I do have, paraphrase. That sounds like what I'm talking about. I did do a video today on a 2010 Chevrolet Malibu that came in for a tune-up because it runs rough in the morning, and I show you guys how to fix that. No parts required, just a little geeking out on the PC, ECM update, alcohol reset. I just gave away the whole video, but I do go through the process of the J2534 programming on it. Got that right here. I'm a jump drive in my pocket, so we'll try to get that put together at some point in time. Let's see, 07 decoder 3.7. Well, I did a good video on a 3.7 also today. 4x4. Can a wheel bearing go out, cause not binding, but more force than usual to turn? There's a side-to-side movement, which I know is bad, just trying to narrow it down. What I would do in that case, because I don't know if they can make it bind, I assume they probably can. However, if I had some side-to-side movement in the wheel bearing and I knew it was bad, I would change it because I know it has to be changed, and then see if that fixes your symptom. You may have two symptoms, or you may have a problem and a symptom that are actually two different problems. Can a wheel bearing go out, cause not binding, more force than usual to turn? I have seen on those intermediate steering shafts start to seize up and cause an excessive effort. Usually they'll create like a knuckling type effect. I don't know if you've ever spun a drive shaft with a bad U-joint in it, but they'll turn easy, then they're hard, then they're easy, then they're hard. I've seen the intermediate steering shafts. Of course, that's because of our physical location here, and everything gets covered with salt and crap. So an 07 is pretty much non-existent. But yeah, if you know your wheel bearing is bad, change that first and then tackle the binding issue if there still is one. That would be my suggestion. So I can fix anything if it ain't broken. That's great. Let's see. We haven't had many Chevy jokes today. What do I think? A new Canyon or a taco? I'd get a taco. You know not to ask me that question. I'm biased. If I didn't have a bigger family, I'd be driving a taco now. Push button lockers. Those things are off-road machines. No Chevy jokes. I just say Chevy jokes to stir the pot. Guys don't get pumped up when we talk about Fords and Chryslers. Chevy guys though, they're like, "You want to fight?" That's a Chevy guy. America. Oh man, that guy lives in Tacoma. If I lived in Tacoma, I'd have to drive to Tacoma. Here come the Chevy jokes. There we go. All right. Have I ever seen a 400-pound man getting a GMC Jimmy? As a matter of fact, I have. Because oddly enough, I get to look out the window here over at the post office. And what's odd to me, or my observation has been, the smaller the car, the bigger the man in physical size that gets out of it. So and I don't know why. It's so bizarre to me. And nothing against big guys or nothing. We all come in different shapes and sizes, but I think if I was a big dude, I wouldn't drive in a VO. But you'll see this little VO pull up, Gets out, boom, take rocks. Like, how in the thunder did you get in that thing? Drives away. Next thing you know, 10 minutes later, here comes a Suburban, super long, jacked up on like 36s, and an 80-pound lady gets out, like, into the post office, climbs back up in the thing. It's like, I don't get it, but. Oh, speaking of Dodge, you know what I love about Dodge, or what I've started to become having a fancy to? I see somebody mention this. Heated steering wheels. I've been getting in a few of these Ram pickups, bringing them in to give them the full overhaul, and that heated steering wheel is so nice. I mean, that's a great option. I do like that. So I'll give Dodge that, and it heats up like boom. You start it up, spin a UE in the parking lot, heated steering wheel. That's a nice option. Another one bites dust. You better watch it, Tuber. Yeah, they're gonna make you soft, but I tell you what, you get the arthritis in your hands are cold, and you go out there and grab onto that warm steering wheel. It's like heaven. Yeah, French press coffee, heated steering wheels, wine drinking. Yeah, Mrs. O, she was down. She was up in West, over in the Buffalo. Gang sign for Buffalo. They're like all my other gang signs. And she brought me home some real sherry from Italy, because we've been drinking the fake sherry that's made here in the Finger Lakes region. But if you want real sherry, there's only 3 spots in Italy that you can get it from. So she brought me home some real sherry. I'm not into explaining out my wines like, oh, this has a wonderful fruity note and a finish of walnut oil. I'm just like, I drink it and I'm like, oh, that tastes pretty good. It doesn't leave a nasty taste in my mouth. But apparently when you drink wine, you have to have like, oh, you got to do something about something. I don't do it. But she did bring me home some of that. It tastes really wonderful. And I've drank some ports. I don't know if you guys drink port, but similar to a sherry. So, for you winos, I can't explain the flavors to you, but I'll buy a couple of these. I'm like, oh, that one tastes like crap. Here you go. Ooh, this one's good. Write that down for good wine, good dessert wine. Why would she call him that, Rick? I'm not sure. I must be missing the joke. But way too sweet. Well, it's not like hardcore, it's a dessert wine. You get done eating dinner, you're like, pour me a glass of sherry, dear. I say stuff like that. A dry sherry. I like a dry sherry. It is probably on a sweeter, but it's pretty high in alcohol content, way more than a beer or a glass of wine. Because I'm not a big wino. I do like my Riesling is about the only type of wine that I like. Mrs. O likes like super dry wine. I can't do it. I'll do a Riesling. I'll drink sherry. I'll drink a port wine. But that's about it in the wino stuff. Yeah. Yes, even Brandon F says a port is quite tasty. I'd rather have a beer than a wine. But, yeah. I'll have to pair it up with some fancy chocolates or Jelly Bellies. Who knows? Maybe sherry goes good with Jelly Bellies. It is good stuff, but you don't want to fill up a big wine glass, because that was my first mistake. I'm like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, you're like, yeah, you're here to party. Because I didn't know it was like 19%. All right, no more cookies. I got to put the cookies away. Let's see. Yeah, the sulfates in wine do mess me up too, Richard. They give me a headache, so that's why I'm not a big wino. Fortified wine, that's what it is. That's what sherries are. I don't know if ports are fortified wine, but I know sherries are. Yeah. Dark chocolate with hazelnut and Brabbleberry wine. Brabbleberry. That sounds like the old stuff we used to drink. Used to drink wine when I was in school, probably before I was legal drinking age. I'm not going to admit that, but it was stuff we called MD 2020 in Boone's Farm. I don't know if you guys remember the MD 2020, aka Mad Dog. and the Boone's Farm, which you could get in a multitude of flavors for only $1.99 if you could find somebody to buy it for you. Mad Dog, yeah, that's right. You guys are going to be going nuts because I know everybody does a Mad Dog. Yeah, Mad Dog. Boone's Farm. All right, now this is how I know you guys are legit. Because anybody who remembers MD 2020 and Boone's Farm, 8 o'clock, Keith. Good old Boone's Farm. Oh, man. Yeah, Pink Ripple. Strawberry Kiwi MD 2020. It doesn't matter what kind of MD 2020 you bought. It all tasted the same. Yeah, Strawberry Hill. Oh, man, it's all coming back to me now. 2020 good times. That stuff was awful. Yeah. But, when you only had like $5, that's what you got. I can still picture the bottles because you could get like if you only had a nickel or if you had $1 or $2 or if like all your friends went in, big jumbo thing. Oh yeah. I have so many stories that could probably associate themselves with MD 2020. But I won't. We won't go into it. That's living in the past. Yeah. Oh well. What else? Yeah, they'll make you hug the toilet seat for sure. Yeah. It's got to be getting about time. Yeah, it's getting about the 20-minute countdown. Yeah, Boone's Farm apple was $1.25. I think it has gone up since the 20-year-ago mark when I last bought Boone's Farm. It may have been $1.25 then, but I do believe it is up to $1.99 now. So there is that little bit of inflation. Oh, Zima. Do they still make that stuff? That's what you bought for the chicks, is you bought them Zima. Yeah. I don't even know if they make Zima anymore. It was nasty then. It's got to be nasty now. Yeah. Strawberries fields are forever. Anyways. Projectile puking, yeah. Yeah, that stuff will mess you up. Boy, these comments are great. Zima just made a comeback. Did it really? It should have stayed wherever it was. It's not worthy of a comeback. Oh, man, it's up to $3. Oh, okay, so I guess it has gone up quite a bit in price. Oh, Smirnoff Ice. Yeah, I remember all them older drinks. I guess they were. Oh, Zima's big in Europe. That's where they sent it. It failed here in the U.S., so they sent it to Europe. Like, these guys will drink it. But anyhow, guys, I should probably be getting out of here. I got to go home and de-stress and come in early tomorrow and get started on all this stuff. It is what it is. We'll get through it. Just a lot of crap going on. And it just needs to be done. So it'll get done eventually. I don't have any videos other than the video you got this morning. I don't have any videos already, processed and all that stuff. I have some stuff sitting in limbo, on my jump drive. Some neat things, but unfortunately they're like longer videos, and longer videos take longer time to edit, and but I need sleep to get through my day tomorrow, so that probably won't happen. So you might not have a video for 3 or 4 days. I'll do the best I can, but I'm not gonna string myself out. I got to take care of my business first. Well, family first, business, YouTube. Kind of everything has its pecking order, so we'll try to beat down through that and get some videos up. Got a good one. I've got another guy here from another shop. Guy who owns another shop, buys used cars. He brought me a Jeep the other day as a no start. The one that went click click bang. I got a video on that. Got some neat stuff there. Some neat footage. You guys will like that. He just picked that up. Was it yesterday? What's today? Is today Monday? I don't even know what today is. Today's Wednesday. I think he picked it up Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. He picked it up. But when he picked it up, he dropped me off another used car that he bought. Needs some work. Apparently, lots of engine noise. Didn't dare drive it here. Buick, a newer Buick, probably a 3.6 in it. Yeah, I'll get the kids. Don't worry, they're just across town. Dropped that off. Wants that fixed. He was super happy with what I did on the Jeep, so he can take care of that. So I got some Jeep video in my pocket. I got that Chevy Malibu in my pocket. I got one other one too. I don't remember what it is. It's at home on the hard drive. What else? I don't know. Oh, no. I got that Toyota over there. No, I didn't get the Toyota. We can make like 15 videos a day, but I don't. Try to just, get the ones I think that are going to be interesting. We did the wheel bearing video. So anyhow, there'll be something. So don't forget about it. All right. Oh, Wyatt's up in here. You're late to the party, bro. See, I need more guests. Special guests. Maybe next What's Up Wednesday we'll have a special guest. However, did you do any more on your diagnostic process video? Good question, TDM. That is another video that is in limbo, because the hardest thing for me is to explain to you a process, something like, so I don't have too hard a time, so I can bring in a car and I'm just fixing the car without a whole lot of explanation. And I can say things that are wrong when I'm doing it, and nobody hangs me over it, because the car is fixed in the end, so it doesn't matter. So that I can do, because that's what I do. I bring in a car, we fix the car, park it outside. It's the point in which I have to stop and be diligent to give you 100% facts. Like, this is what I do. This is how I do it. Fact. That's where I have a lot of, I don't know what I want to say. Like, it seems to me it puts a lot of weight on me, because I don't want to give you guys bad information or have the video like tore apart about, that's not true. Do this, do that. Of course, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one. So I'm open to opinions, but I like to be able to give the best advice that I can give. So as I'm putting together that video, it's kind of like a PowerPoint type one. I want it to have a good flow and not be a total snooze fest, death by PowerPoint. I want it to flow good. I want you guys to be able to relate to it and ultimately pick up something from it. Like, hey, that's a good process. I should use that process. Or like, oh man, I couldn't even stay awake. Like, so that's kind of my thoughts on that. So yes, I guess to answer your question, I am working on that. It's about 80% of the way done. And I'm just having a big hang up, because not only do I want to, I'll just ramble a little bit more. Not only do I want to represent that video and say, here's a good way to start your diagnostic thought process, logical thought process. I want to go from that to immediately employing it on a problem. Say, okay, here's a problem. What do we know from our thought process that we just learned about? Does it work? Does this translate into this? Can we take this diagnostic thought process and apply it to this vehicle and come up with the answer? Well, the answer to that question is yes, you can, because it's the same process that I use on every car I ever work on. Here's the car, customer interview, verify the problem, research, gather the data, boom, fix it, verify it, ship it. So it seems very simple to me, very common sense. Like when I talk to Keith, it's the same type of process he uses. And it's the same process a lot of successful people use to, in this industry to keep moving forward. You got to fix the problem. So I've rambled too much. I'm too tired. I'm going home. Thank you guys all for your super chats, for joining me over here and making another What's Up Wednesday super entertaining and whatnot. I'm out of words. I can't talk. I shouldn't have done this today, but I did. And thanks for all the fan mail that comes in and all the sugary treats that keep me going, and probably will ultimately be my doom. But for now, we're going to keep trucking and get going home after I pick up the children, which I got to go do right now. So I'm not going to forget that. Thanks for reminding me. And you know where to find us around. We'll see you in the upcoming videos. If not, hopefully next week on What's Up Wednesday. If I am just too busy for next week's What's Up Wednesday, I will give you guys a heads up and say, I'm too busy for What's Up Wednesday. So you just have to bear with me. I'll do my best to get it out. In the meantime, I don't have anything cool to say. Don't let your meat loaf. How's that? That's what Trinity tells me every morning. Don't let your meat loaf, because that's what I tell her. And then I tell her back, don't let your egg roll. So we have that little back and forth. Don't let your pumpkin pie. We just make crap up as I'm walking out the door. So, all right, don't let your meatloaf. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.